A number of you have asked for the Coachman Beyond, so we're going to step through a few of these. Let's jump into Coachman Beyond 22D, 99 grand. Let's go. So I think one of the things about Coachman Beyond is they are on the Ford ProMaster chassis, yes. So this is our first ProMaster, or non-ProMaster chassis that we've videotaped. So let's go in here. I just love this. If you've seen the Nova video, this is a really nice bulkhead, snap-back screen. I just love that. Really nice open space here. Place for the table. Good quality cabinetry. Amish, as we learned from the gentleman yesterday, Amish built woodwork, which is really, claim to fame. Easy step-in bathroom, which is super great. Glass inserts. I'm not sure how Mama might feel about that going potty, but sink. Do like the sinks in a RV versus doing it in your kitchen. Personal thing. But that's nice. Nice and large. Pretty good sized galley here. Let's measure this quick. So this is 47 inches long by, 19 inches deep. So pretty good sized galley. Induction cooktop, residential sink, which we know about that. And faucet, love that. A little bit of a spice rack thing. I'm a fan of this. What do you think? Just kind of gives it a little bright work, right? Again, really nice cabinetry, backlit. Carpeted, hello Winnebago. Has a step up, some storage underneath. This is great. So this bed configuration will confirm this, but I'm guessing these pull together. Hopefully it's just one, so you can actually almost keep your bed in a permanent setup. Then you'd have kind of a permanent table here. Lagoon tables, as you know, is super popular because of flexibility. So we have one lagoon mount here, and I'm thinking if you put one, whoa, it's a big step. Put one here, you could actually pull out your table and be out here, which would be really, really cool. Subwoofer in the door, interesting. Love this pull down screen. So this makes your back of your rig really functional. I use mine, back doors open all the time. Some serious storage in here, look at that. Holy cow. Let's see if we can get a measurement on that. Yeah, so that is like 30, I'm gonna call it 3 feet of storage. And it's not all the way open for sturdiness purposes, but you could get a lot of stuff in there. I like that a lot. So your cables and things of that nature probably go in there. A little nightstand, cute. So yeah, I kind of like this floor plan. No permanent bed though. It has to be examined there. I love the quality of the woodwork. Really nice. USB outlets everywhere. Speakers on both sides. That's really nice. So you can have stereo sound in your living room, your bedroom. This is probably a closet. Let's take a look. Storage. So I like the flexibility here. You can actually hang clothes or have a pantry. Nova Cool, we know about these. We love these. A fair amount of storage down here. Skinny drawer. It's not super deep, but nonetheless you can get lots of pots and pans in there. Soft close and locking. This is, what do you think this is? Trash? Yes, trash. And storage. This is probably, yep, spongy. Really well thought out. Some multiplex wiring, that's great. Now this does have a lithium option. We know. And you might be able to modify this and put a little pop-up desk thing here if you spin the chair around. A little storage thing here, but just really well done. So what are you thinking about this? Coachman Beyond? If the bed situation is attractive to you, I would give this a big thumb up. Just really well thought out, really well put together. Just really a quality work all the way around. I'm just really impressed with the build quality. What do you think? Comment below. Something for you or not? So this is the Beyond RV, all-wheel drive, 110 grand. Again, on the Ford Transit chassis. Again, the bulkhead. Interesting, they have a cable jack here. 2 grab handles, which is great. Love that. The snapback screen. Love that. Step in. Cab seat, spin around. Uh-oh. Looks like a K floor plan. Yes. One thing that's apparent to me on the Transits is how much more headroom there is. So it gives a feeling of lift and lightness. But very much a K floor plan. So sink, residential faucet, paper towel. I'm glad they think about that. Thank you. Again, I like this bright work. It just kind of opens up the space visually. Nova Cool down here. Cool. Cupboards. Garbage can. Thank you. Permanent table, so you'd have to spin these around. Removable table. Again, lots of really nice cabinetry. Lit. Not positive locking, but probably firm enough not to pop stuff out. Here's the microwave over here. Interesting place. Counter. So you might, lagoon table, 2 beds. Let's measure these quick. So from the wall there to here is 75 inches for both of them, right? 75 and 75. Long, and how wide are they is the next question. And this is 28 inches. So it's a few inches wider than the Travato. I think the Travato K is 24 inches. So a little bit wider, plenty of space here. I'm not seeing that you can put these together, which most people don't from other top K owners. It does have a lagoon table, so you could technically have a permanent table, which is not bad. Again, multiplex wiring. Bathroom similar to the K. Check out the, that's nice. It springs back. Toilet, nice shower pan, beautiful cabinetry, and a functional shower curtain. So this would actually work, and it goes around pretty easy. And what I like about this is they put a wall in, as we've seen on the Nova. So you can actually open up your back door, pull down screen. The sink, as the gentleman said yesterday, Nick's has come from Europe, so it has an actual drain, which is pretty cool, versus the fill and tilt to empty. This has an actual drain that probably fills inside, I'm guessing, and then when you do this, it probably empties inside, but you don't see it. This would be much easier to clean. Hey, everybody. Medicine chest is begging for something to hold stuff inside, because that would fall out immediately. Sort of funny. Towel hook. Let me spin around here, look at the cabinets. So beautiful. So you can take the shelves out and have a hanging closet. You have to probably have a pivot your hanger. So they, stack this way versus this way, if that makes sense, right? I love this shelf idea because what I find is as I'm getting ready in the morning, I use the toilet seat to hold stuff because there's no other place to put it. This way, it would be hard to do anyway because your sink covers the toilet, sort of, right? So to have a little shelf here to put, toothpaste, razors, makeup, whatever, makes a lot of sense. I really like this. What do you think? Let me step out and show you this back. So again, if you have your shower curtain here, kind of used as a curtain drape piece, it hides the toilet. So if you close the door, this one door, and with this awesome screen, I would use this door open scenario all the time. And you can see this door goes all the way back. Unlike my 2 subwoofers, holy cow. Look at that. That is really nice. Screen down. Again, people aren't looking at your commode because of this magic wall. I really like that. Storage, subwoofers. So you have nice big sound. You can see the speakers right there, right? And the gentleman, thank you for the viewer that said hi with his lovely wife. They were looking at this. What he had a good point here is with this really wide, I'd say 6 or 7 inches here, you can actually sit here and clean your feet, clean your boots, put your skis on or off. So it becomes a seat, which would be really cool. Man, I really like this. It definitely feels taller, but it is a little more narrow.
You said it was the last time, but you keep coming back to tell me you're sorry that you take back all the things you said just to hurt me. Our love just went cold, but I'm still burning. Our love just went cold. Why? I keep on making the same mistake. I always let you back in when I begin to get myself together again.
So they do have a lithium option. We'll talk to the guys about that. But what do you think of this? I really like it. If these cabinets were white, we know they make them in white. This might be something on my list. Really, really like this. What do you think? Comment below. Coachman Beyond on the Transit chassis. 22 feet long, I think he said.
The last time, but you keep coming back to show me. Sorry you have changed now, but it's the same old story. Our love just went cold, but I'm still burning. Our love just went cold. Why? I keep on making the same mistake. I always let you back in when I begin to get myself together again. You are back once more like everything's the same. I tried to build my walls up, but you're taking them down. It's tearing me apart, I can't pretend. Now I have to get over you again. Have to get over you again. Have to get over you. I keep on making the same mistake. I always let you back in when I begin.
All right, let's jump into the Coachman Galleria. This is built on the 170 wheelbase Mercedes Sprinter. Pretty good price point, right? Let's go check it out. So again, nice open space right here. Got the zip screen, big handle. Probably could use another one right here. So table setup. We saw this on that fancy Nova yesterday. This is actually plugged in and cold. Really big fridge, so awesome. Control panel hidden, nice. So Truma, we know about Truma. Really large bath. I think that could be quite functional actually. Tons of drawer space. Look at this little guy. Multiplex wiring, always good. Sort of soft close. Really wide aisle. Let's see if we can measure the width here. So let's call it 20 inches wide. That's pretty wide. That's about the width of the Travato, I think. The sink, residential faucet, spice racks. I like the fact they include that. 2-burner induction, that's cool. Just really nice big drawers. Wardrobe and pantry, very nice. Convection. So here again, you could sort of have a permanent table. Here, not very big. And this has a motorized bed, so that would come down and slide out this way. So you'd have 1 twin-ish bed, 2 twin-ish beds. Let's see if we can get a measurement on the width here. So it's about 24 inches. So that's about the width of a Travato K bed. And this would go the entire length, which is from here to here. So about 69 inches. So a little more than 5 feet, almost 6 feet. Overhead cabinetry. Just beautiful cabinetry. One huge cabinet. Look at that. Oh my gosh, that's lovely. And light color scheme on the wood. A satin finish, but not highly polished. Really huge. Really huge. Let's just measure that quick, just for the heck of it. So it's 3 feet. Holy cow. 3 feet by a foot. And maybe 9 inches on the top. Just a beautiful, beautiful work. All soft. This probably covers the blinds. Yeah. That's really cool. And you do see the rails here, so there's probably a second cushion that you move the bed and then a cushion can go in the middle, so you'd have a really large bed. I think most people would do a twin. What do you think? COACHMEN Galleria on the Sprinter chassis. So what are your thoughts on this? I kind of like it. It's on a Mercedes, it's long, so not overly practical from that standpoint. They do a good job on using cabinetry and space management, I think. And just the quality is so amazing. What do you think? Comment below. So yeah, Nick, tell us about your guys' approach to lithium, please.
Yeah, so lithium was a big step for us.
we-
We spent about 8 months, me and my plant manager, and then finally our electrical engineer, just number one, who should we talk to? And our owner, the head guy at Forest River, said, you know, I don't care what battery you use as long as it's a Xantrax product. Well, that makes it easy. So fortunately, it all played out very well for us, and really cool technology, very safe, very well tested, vetted.
So what's the energy pack volt and
Yep.
watt-hour size?
600 amp hour.
Okay.
600 amp hour. And there's some other components that are in the system. I don't like just saying it's a lithium battery because it's not.
Oh,
We
it's a whole
upgrade that.
system.
Yeah, it's a whole system. The alternator, a couple other proprietary parts. You know, I underestimated what getting rid of that cord meant to
Freedom.
people. I mean, I completely missed me. I was a newbie to Class Bs, and to hear some of these stories, a gentleman that I'm really close to sold him a Galleria lithium in 2018. You know, he reported last year, Nick, I was on the road for 29 days and we were plugged in for 6 hours. That's pretty remarkable, you know. I mean, that burden is kind of like I don't have to worry about that much anymore, and I just completely missed the freedom. And so the lithium's been great. We're gonna see. I can't wait for 5 years down the line to 10 years down the line to see what we're gonna have.
Yeah. So Nick, just want to thank you again, sir, for taking the time. He's got people crawling all through his rigs, and he's giving us a little extra special time here. So
thank you for everything you do. You know, I know you have a Winnebago. I don't care. I want more information out there on all of our products, and what you guys do is so beneficial. Helps me out, helps the customers out, and it kind of I think the B segment's a lot tighter.
It's a tighter community for sure.
Tighter community.
It reflects your personality, I think, a little more.
And you guys are mischievous, and I love it. I absolutely love it. And
Well, my audience knows that about me, that's for sure.
Yeah, and we want to design products to let you do whatever you want to.
That's
so
perfect.
Thank you for everything.
Thanks, Nick.
Appreciate you.
See you. So I hope you enjoyed that video. I really enjoyed making it for you, and I cannot tell you what it was a pleasure to have Nick join us for 2 separate interviews across 2 of his 3 product lines. That'd be the Coachman Beyond, the Transit-based, the Galleria Sprinter-based, and the Nova, which is ProMaster-based. And I have to be fully transparent here. I was pretty impressed with all 3. Galleria off my list just because it's a Sprinter, not interested, and it's really big. Transit, very interesting. Floor plans is not exactly what I want, but it checks a lot of boxes in my opinion. Doesn't have Volta, doesn't have a G floor plan, permanent bed, permanent table, but the bath was largely solved in the Transit Beyond, and the same with the ProMaster. Cabinetry, top of the line in my opinion, and the price points, if you noticed, is at just slightly above or even below what Winnebago's offering on the Travato. So again, just really a fascinating week of discovery at the RV SuperShow in January 2021. That concludes our tours, and we've been doing a lot of those. I do have some more commentary on a couple more rigs coming up, so watch for that. But if you got anything out of that, I sure would appreciate you commenting below what you think of these rigs, what you think of the overall portfolio that we showed you. Give it a thumb up. If you learned anything on this whole series, would really appreciate a thumb up, and subscribe. Just click the subscribe button, click the bell to get notified. We have a lot more fun content coming up. And if you're not joining us already for What's Up Wednesdays, every Wednesday evening, 6 p.m. Central, we do a live Q&A, Ask Scott anything, and we have the first 15 minutes of some specific content that is kind of a viewer recommendation, viewer song of the week, viewer pet photo of the week, and viewer question of the week. Did I say that already? Anyway, it's a jam-packed 60 minutes of everything van life, RV lifestyle. So with that, I thank you again for watching, and we will see you soon on the next video. Journey on.